I wanted to address a couple things with a few people that have commented thus far. Something similar to this effect. So the best 4 years of a young person's life is now just 2 years, and they can get right out there and work. So all the socializing, growing, learning, and maturing that one does in college is now being cut in half. Big mistake. I've found this comical personally. As someone that went to college and finished off his BA in 3 years, finished off my master's degree in one, I found this funny. My wife went through the full 4 year college experience. She barely keeps in touch with any of the people that she went to college with. She knows them, like they're like out there and stuff, but it's not like, oh my God, like I really need them. Now don't get me wrong, I think there's a lot of growing that ends up happening with someone when they're in their 20s, but I don't think necessarily college is the outlet in which you do that growing. I think you're totally capable of doing that growing by finishing off college, entering into the workforce or traveling or whatever. You can still gain that growth. The idea that you have to stay in college for an additional 2 years just to gain some sort of, I don't know, magical experience or something. I don't understand that personally. I've never come across that with somebody who was like, wow, I really wanted to stay in college for 4 years. I made this video a little bit earlier, but I wanted to interject because I've been texting back and forth with my daughter this morning. She said 460 people in a lecture hall. Is that the experience that she's missing out on? And why were there still people walking in at 8:30 when class starts at 8 and ends at 8:50? Class. That's why I laughed at people when they were like, she's missing the college experience. What's that, failing a class because you're habitually late? She goes, these people saying that they are the same ones going into clubs and going into their class. The way the professor was talking about attendance was like she's heard every possible excuse from everyone already. So is that the college experience that she's missing out on? The 460 people inside of a classroom? What is it? What are you guys talking? The point of college is to go off and get a job, right? So let's say, for example, just as a brief example, let's say you get your college degree 2 years sooner and you're able to enter into the workforce 2 years sooner, and maybe even concurrently do a graduate degree while everybody else is working on a bachelor's degree. What's the problem with that sort of advantage? What's this experience that's missed out? The additional drinking, the drugs, what is being missed here? Don't most juniors and seniors when they're in college end up trying to get an actual apartment so that way they're off campus and that way they get that additional experience? What is being missed there if in that same 8-hour time frame they're going to work versus they're going back into their college classes? Like I can't envision a thing where it's like at a job interview, hey, so how was that extra 2 years of college? Did you love that experience? What interview happens this way? And what if she just wants to travel? What if like after she's done, she's like, hey, I'm just gonna take a year and just kind of just travel, hang out, you know? But why not that? It's actually something her and I talked about when we went on our recent trip where, hey, maybe you wanna travel for a little bit and figure out where do you wanna go settle or where do you wanna go travel to? Maybe you don't wanna live in the same state and you wanna go somewhere else. And she's like, maybe she doesn't want to live here anymore. I see so many videos on here of people very much upset with the job market right now, and they're just fresh out of college and they're like, I can't find anything. Why not give somebody an advantage, even if it's a little bit more? This was my daughter's response, which I thought was fascinating because she never mentioned this. We were talking about, she was like, if you reply in another, say something like that, you can say that legit the group I was with yesterday were all coming in with sophomore credits and were first years. I think she said that the oldest person there was 20, so a year and a half older than her. So old. Let kids be kids, do not enjoy, let them grow up quickly, yada yada. My daughter enjoyed her years of high school. I have a pinned video of us painting her parking spot on my page, right? I enjoyed that for her. She played volleyball. She had friends. We had a graduation party at our house with a bunch of her friends from high school. She was editor-in-chief of her high school yearbook. She did the entire yearbook spread. I don't understand what you guys think that she is losing or kids are losing from taking concurrent classes while in high school. That's it. Maybe I'll pin the other video, but she even has another video where she had to go to almost every senior that she could find. And she made this really cute video for the kids to enjoy into the future. What did she miss out on? I don't know. What do you guys talk about? Like, this doesn't make any sense. She missed nothing in her senior year. Nothing in junior. Nothing at all. Got to leave at 11 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock. That's it. That's the only difference. She still went to lunch with them. She still hung out in school and was like, oh, let's go grab lunch. Cool. All right. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. And I've got tons of comments in there just like this. I took 2 AP classes and my college did not give me the credit. I had to take those classes over in college. There were so many comments like this. There are so many comments like this from educators, professors, former deans, current deans. I have a nice long one for you to read. This one's from my YT, okay? As a former academic advisor, professor, program chair, and dean at the collegiate level, as well as having put 2 children through both AP and dual credit classes, I will confirm that no lies have been told in this video. Read the rest if you wish. And I've mentioned this before. If your goal is to try to get your kid into an elite college, top 25, that's their goal, that's what they want to go for. By all means, go for it. Take the AP classes, maybe sprinkle in some DE classes. Stress your kid out, man. It's all up to you. Like whatever you want to do with your kids. For the 99.5% of students that are just going to go to college, they just want to get their degree, piece of paper, as this guy tries to call it, which I disagree with. If that's your goal, put them in DE classes. Dual enrollment is going to be the best possible option for them to save money, time, still get the college experience. And heck, they may take the DE classes and be like, you know what, I really don't want to do this. I'd rather go to trade school. I'd rather go to the military. I have a 22-year-old son. He's in the military. He didn't want to do college. He's like, nah, college ain't for me, Dad. I'm gonna go do this one thing and then I'm gonna come out and then I'm gonna finish up my A&P and then I'm gonna, all right, cool, son, go for it. But if your goal is top tier colleges, you wanna get into that one top tier college, by all means, do AP classes, go for it. Just to remind people, only 22 or less than 22,000 students as freshmen are entering into top 25 schools in the country. There are 3.9 million freshmen going to college every single year. Something to ponder, okay? Again, do all the things you need to get your kid into school. I encourage you to I'm happy for your kid. I want your kid to be as excited as possible for college. For my kid, this worked out the best. And judging by the comments that I've received, seems like most of the folks in there also took DE and enjoyed that far more. Good luck though.